and Juliet. Beautiful love story. Such an innocent love story. Seriously, is it? I mean, Juliet dies, or so Romeo thinks. He decides, okay, I'm going to drink poison and die again. Romeo dies, Juliet wakes up. Oops, he's dead. I should probably kill myself. There, both of them are dead. So, what is the moral of the story? If you ask me, moral of the story is just keep forbidden love at bay in your life. If I'm Juliet, the Romeo of my life are the patterns. The patterns I develop and the patterns I fall into. These patterns are like a pit in which I fall, and there is no way of coming out of it. All I can do is wait in that pit looking up, hoping that from somewhere a ladder would fall down and I would climb that ladder. But I'm not that smart. If somebody puts a ladder down, I go and fight with that person. Why are you putting that ladder down? Why can't you just come down and talk to me? And that was my pattern. If there is a problem, I don't solve it. I aggravate it. I aggravate it to an extent that it is beyond repair. So much so that there is no way of coming back. This was my Facebook status in 2012. It popped up in the memories of 2070s, only for me to realize that things had not changed even a bit. I was still not facing the problem and solving it. I was still aggravating the problem whenever it would crop up. I said, enough is enough. This is the time I decide that I'm going to break this pattern. Come 2018, and I did break the pattern. I realized that I'm a human being and not a chemical. Chemicals react. Human beings absorb, assimilate, analyze, and then respond. What did I do? I absorbed, assimilated, analyzed, and did not respond. Whenever I was faced with a problem, I absorbed, assimilated, analyzed, but I never responded. I turned into this coward, somebody who wouldn't raise voice for himself or herself. I would see something wrong happening right in front of my eyes, and I wouldn't do anything. I would see injustice happening, and I wouldn't stand up until last week when this 21-year-old approached me. This sweet girl was being harassed by one of the senior members of our club. She was intimidated. She was being pressurized, so much so that she had actually considered leaving the club and not coming back to Toastmasters International. When she confided in me, I felt guilty. Guilty for not raising the voice when this man behaved in that manner with me. That's when it struck me. If I had raised voice 5 months ago, probably that man would have been put in his place and this 21-year-old girl would not have to suffer. That's when I decided I'm going to break the pattern, and however difficult it may get, I am going to see this through. We dropped emails to highest of the officials and we made sure that this person comes to justice. Finally, a few hours ago, this girl received the apology she deserved. And then I thought about how I was feeling, and I'm speechless. It feels so good to break the pattern. If you come across a pattern, my dear friends, don't fall into it. A question arises: if you fall into a pattern, you break the pattern, is there a chance of falling back into that pattern again? Yes, of course you can relapse. You have to be very alert. Patterns are like a pit. Once you slip into them, it becomes extremely difficult to come out of them. What happened with me was, to break one pattern, I had fallen into another pattern. I broke the first pattern, and today I broke another pattern. And now I have decided for myself that henceforth I'm not going to fall into any patterns. If patterns are the Romeo, the forbidden love, I'm not going to be Juliet. I'm going to be the smart girl. I mean, think about it. If Romeo and Juliet had actually survived, they would have probably in relationship for 5 years. Probably someone would have cheated on another one. They would have broken up maybe 10 more times. They did not give it a chance. And I'm not going to be like that. I today gave myself this chance by breaking the pattern. And that is what I would ask you to do as well. The moment you see a pattern, what do you say? You say, not today. As far as my journey in Toastmasters is concerned, my love affair with Red Card has turned into a committed relationship. I really need to divorce this. And there is another pattern which I have actually developed, not using the word of the day. Today, my dear friends, in front of all of you, I am going to break at least one pattern of my Toastmasters journey. I'm going to use the word of the day. And guess what helped me survive during all the dark times when I was in that pit? My levity. Not taking any of the things seriously and making a joke of everything. Seriously, my entire life has been a romantic comedy. Except there is no romance, just comedy where I'm laughing at my own jokes. And there, I'm breaking another pattern. I'm finishing my speech before the red card. Thank you so much. Over to you, Mr. Toastmaster of the Day.